indomitable, ineradicable female curiosity. Maybe this needs a little polishing. The operation of genetic hair restoration. By the way, is there a guarantee for this procedure? It turns out, yes. By the way, I had it done here too. It seemed like it wasn't that expensive. What is this part called? The nape, perhaps? Good morning. I am Elena. Welcome to the Alanya channel without edits. You know, in such an official setting, you look almost like a big executive. Actually, friends, I am right now in a medical office in a private medical clinic. Well, to be honest, we have already filmed one video from this clinic, and we have become good friends with this doctor. And what I want to say is that after that video, many of you, well, not many, but there were some questions about discussing other procedures, what is done here, specifically about the hair transplant, because we mentioned it in the previous video. Listen, for me this is a complete mystery and a dark forest. I have never seen this, and I never knew how it was done. Well, in general, I talked to the doctor, and he said, all right, I will let you into my kingdom and tell you and show you how it all works. Let's get started. First of all, I want to reiterate about this clinic. It is a legal clinic. All procedures, all operations performed here, and all manipulations are supported by the appropriate certificates and licenses. I didn't sit down here for no reason, because on this wall are absolutely all the most important documents confirming the right to perform all aesthetic procedures in this clinic. And hair transplantation falls into the category of cosmetic aesthetic procedures such as hair restoration. So, unfortunately, the doctor is always very busy, but he allowed us. Let's take a look around his office while he's not here. I recently watched a movie again. You saw it a long time ago, 9.5 weeks, with a young Mickey Rourke. And in general, there was a moment when his friend was left alone in his apartment for the first time. He said, wait for me, make yourself comfortable, feel at home, watch TV, or you can do something else there. What was she doing? An insatiable, unquenchable female curiosity. She started to open his shelves and cabinets to look inside, even though she was very afraid of what might be there. And now I am similarly torn by a dreadful curiosity to see what the doctor has here while he is not around. And here in the doctor's office are exclusively family photos. Pictures of his cat. Oh, he has a Scottish fold. Well, seriously, I just want to lighten this tense atmosphere of the operation with some humor. Well, right now, in one of the rooms, specifically the procedure rooms, an operation is taking place. One client has given consent for us to show how it happens. In addition, the assistant of another doctor who specializes specifically in hair transplantation agreed to answer all our questions. So today, you will probably learn what hair transplantation is and perhaps some evaluations. And as always, I want to say that you should subscribe to our Telegram channel. Why? Because it will be very useful for you. A wealth of new useful information, statistics, news, and necessary helpful facts. Now we will have a brief chat with the doctor who is performing the surgery. And why brief? Because the process has already started.
Hello, my name is Yelis Damar. I have been practicing in the field of hair transplantation for 15 years. For a long time, I worked in Istanbul, and now I am in Alanya. I have performed over 20,000 successful hair transplant surgeries. My clients are always satisfied with the results.
Have we introduced the doctor to you? Now we have been allowed to film the process from a distance. Look at what interesting information I found out. First of all, before the operation, when you come here, they will immediately do a blood test. There are no requirements at all and no contraindications. The only thing you cannot take before this is aspirin. Well, apparently to avoid bleeding. And that's it. No other contraindications. They will also do a blood test, you know, for some dangerous infections, hepatitis and something else. Right here. What struck me the most? It's that the operation lasts 6 hours. 6 hours. Well, I don't know how the doctors endure it. I won't even mention the patient. But for the doctors, it's such a hellish job. Just look at me. I'm not in any tense state. They have such a tense position for 6 hours. Of course, it's hellish work. What else do I want to say about this doctor? She naturally has a separate. The entire clinic has a general certificate for operations, and she has an additional separate certificate for performing these specific procedures. Well, I think you have no doubts because she has practiced in Istanbul for so many years. So, Who performs these operations? I just asked.
In our episodes, we cover everything about life in Turkey and traveling across the country, where it is warm almost year-round. Tall palm trees, fresh farm fruits and vegetables all year-round. If you decide to choose a place to live here, our company, Prime Invest, will be happy to help you find the best option where you will be happy to live. We are also developers and build beautiful villas with sea and mountain views. All contact details are in the description.
The staff from all over the world here. Even someone from Asia has flown here from Asian countries. In short, it is very popular. It's no wonder that you are asking about it too. It is very popular. By the way, while we were preparing here, there was a family from Ukraine, my wife, but they are currently living temporarily in Europe. They also came to gather information. They can make some adjustments here. So they explained to us how this works. Well, men usually shave off all their hair. Donor hair is taken only from this area for some reason. What is this part called? The back of the head, or the crown. In short, from the back. So, they do it like this. First, anesthesia is administered. It doesn't hurt. It's general anesthesia. The hair follicles are extracted from there and placed in some special solution. Here they have it at the back. And here, for example, if you need to implant hair here, it is very important, which is why this is such a meticulous job, to carefully make a tiny incision and place the hair follicles, pieces of your hair, into it. Well, in short, it's very meticulous, but the most interesting thing is that I asked, is there any guarantee for this procedure? It turns out, yes. So I was arguing with the doctor here, do you actually provide a guarantee for plastic surgery? He argued with me here, asking where in the world they provide a guarantee. We offer a guarantee for health and safety, but no country in the world provides a guarantee for results. In hair transplantation, a guarantee is provided, and it is usually 90%. And the duration is about 6 months, during which you will be shaking your hair like this. And the most interesting thing is that it turns out that this is not only used by men, it is popular among women as well. They showed us some pictures and we were curious. Yes, women also undergo it, but to be honest, not everything is adjusted. They just trim a little at the back and take donor hair. And for example, for someone with a high forehead like mine, someone else is adding some hair. Well, in general, it was also a revelation for me. The most significant thing is that you need to lie down for 6 hours, and the doctors have a lot of patience. And just like that, look, they take it with a small tweezer under such tension and lighting. And they insert it into that little hole. A man is lying here like this, la la la, baldy, but apparently he feels nothing. I just think, what if he needs to go to the bathroom after 6 hours? Sorry for the details, but it's really complicated. But apparently, it's worth it because of such a huge flow. And now, you are probably also interested in the prices. I want to know about the prices too. What should one expect? What are the current prices? And what currency do people use to pay? And how accessible is it in general, for example, even for the same Russians? It is clear that Europeans come here from Canada and America. For Europeans with their currency, it is probably not very expensive, but now we will find out and convert it into rubles to see how much it costs. So, well, friends, I think you are interested in the question of cost. It turned out that it is not that expensive. In general, the range is from $1,200 to $1,400. And this is the final price. Everything is included. Medical supplies, anesthesia, and the blood test are all covered. In general, everything, everything, everything. So, it's quite important. For example, if you decide to go ahead with it, you should have at least 4 free days. On the first day, they perform this major operation. You need to come in for a checkup on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th days. They will sterilize something there, check the process, and generally take care of you. And that's it. You're free. What is recommended? It is recommended to undergo a course of procedures after about a month. This is called PRP or plasma lifting. By the way, I also had it done for myself. Remember, I think I filmed a short video. That is, they take your blood. In a special machine, they separate it into plasma and something else, and then they inject it. This, it turns out, greatly promotes hair growth. By the way, yes, I have also noticed an improvement. It is recommended to have 4 sessions, with the first one occurring a month after the operation. In 2 weeks, you can live a full and healthy life and grow your rich mane. Well, I think I've said everything. It's a strange video in terms of our content, but I was very curious myself, especially since you asked, so we decided to show it. Perhaps it will be useful to someone after all. Well, I will say goodbye to you now. If you need the contact information for this clinic, I will leave it in the description below the video. Additionally, there is more.